Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Patra Lalita and I want to present you about degrees of comparison. So, what is comparison? Comparison is the act of examining two or more things to identify their similarities and differences. In English grammar, comparison is mostly used with adjectives and adverbs to describe how things or action are alike or different in degree, quality, or quantity. The purpose of comparison: first, to show similarities or differences, and then two, to express superiority or inferiority. You can see the example. Next, to emphasize gradual increase or decrease, and to compare importance, rank, or intensity. The last is to make choices or recommendations. There are three degrees of comparison. 1. Positive, comparative, and superlative. Second, the AS and AS structure is a part of the positive degree. Third, there are different ways to compare that don't fit the standard itself. Is it less or lesser? The more, blah blah blah, the more? And double comparative. 1A, positive degree. This is the base form of an adjective or adverb. It simply describes a quality without making a comparison. In a simple way, there is no comparison. Example 1. This house is big. The task is easy. Example 2. He runs fast. She is beautiful. B. Comparative degree. This form is used to compare two people, things, or actions. Usually, you add ER to short adjectives or adverb or use more before longer ones. Example 1. This house is bigger than that one. The task is easier than last week's test. Example 2. He runs faster than his brother. C. Superlative degree. This form is used when comparing more than two people, things, or actions. Usually add EST to short adjectives or adverb or use most before longer ones. Example 1. This is the biggest house in the neighborhood. Example 2. He runs the fastest in his class. 2. The S blah 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 S structure. The S blah 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 S structure is also used for comparison, but it belongs to the positive degree of comparison because it doesn't show an increase or a decrease in equality. Instead, it shows equality or lack of equality. This form is useful when making fair or polite comparison without saying one thing is absolutely better than another. How S blah 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 S works in comparison? There's two. The first, to show equality. Subject plus verb plus S plus adjective or adverb plus S plus object. The example: the shape is as fast as that one. The explanation is, both shapes have the same speed. Second, to show inequality using not as blah 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 s or not so blah 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 s. Subject plus verb plus not as or so plus adjective or adverb plus s plus object. Example: the ship is not as fast as that one. The explanation is, the second ship is faster. 3. Comparison that don't fit neatly into the standard. There's 3. 1. Less or lesser blah 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 than. Second, the more blah 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 the more. The third, double comparative. Less or lesser than. Less or lesser than, comparing by decreasing quality. This structure is used when we want to show lower degree of a quality rather than an increase. Less, used with adjectives, adverb, and uncountable nouns. The ships is less expensive than that one. The explanation is, the first ship cost less. Lesser, used with nouns to mean not as great or smaller in importance. This is the lesser of the two problems. There's difference between less and lesser. Less is more common in everyday comparison. Lesser is used when talking about importance, rank, and quantity rather than direct numerical comparison. The more blah 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 the more. The more blah 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 the more proportional comparison. This pattern expresses how one thing increases or decreases in direct relation to another. 1. The structure. The more or less plus subject plus verb. The more or less, the subject plus verb. Example 1. The more you study, the better your grades will be. The variation. The harder you work, the greater your success. Using different adjectives. Double comparative. This is used to emphasize continuous increase or decrease. The structures. Comparative adjective or adverb plus an plus comparative adjective or adverb. Examples 1. It's getting colder and colder outside. 2. His English is becoming better and better. That's it for my presentation today. Thank you for listening to me. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.